Welcome in here, Ruthless Racing Nation, for another night of action-packed racing right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel, as we will be taking on Auto Club, and we're going to have quite the field tonight, as we believe have 14 drivers out there going to be taking it on. Looks like Typical got the pole in qualifying. Henson got second. Still waiting on a few more of those qualifying results. And I also want to take this time to thank everybody out there on YouTube that has supported us here at Ruthless Racing Series, as today we did gain access to our community post. So now we can post things on the YouTube channel for people to take a direct look at, such as points and things of that nature, anything going on with the league. And big shout out to Everything NASCAR on YouTube, who is starting to take care of some highlight videos for us here at Ruthless Racing Series. As give me one moment so I can fix my notifications. Alright, apologize for that. But as I said before, this is Ruthless Racing Series right here on Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. And a little announcement is Ruthless Racing will be taking on Martinsville in real life Sunday, the championship cutoff race, as only 4 people will move on in the real NASCAR Cup Series. And Ruthless Racing is going to be there to see it all. We're going to take some videos, possibly a group photo, group video or something. It's supposed to be Trav Nation, Anxious Yeti, Hollywood, Lando Extendo, Benu Stew. Not sure if I'm missing anybody. I surely hope not. Oh, Sticky Rent House, he's going to be there. But yeah, so it's going to be good for Ruthless Racing taking on Martinsville in real life. Be there watching all that go down. But tonight, Ruthless Racing Series is going to take on Auto Club. I'm going to bring you all the action. If anybody wants to be updated on those points, just go over and check out the community tab. Leave a like on the post, and I really appreciate that. Once again, appreciate everybody. This is allowing us to be good. I'm sorry, everybody. Alright, so sorry, everybody. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty as we are having the countdown right now. Hollywood was asking me if I was good to go. 10 seconds. Alright, everybody, we're going to get ready to join this race and bring you all this action right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Once again, thanks for everybody that stops by, likes, and subscribes. And as always, thanks to Skew Car for allowing this action to be brought to the airwaves of YouTube. Alright, hopefully we get in there just in time. Once again, thanks to Typical 30 on YouTube for allowing us to be able to see all of our lap counts and everything. If Everything NASCAR is in here tonight, apologize. Did not get the stage breakdown, but there is 100 laps. I think 29 laps in stage number 1. I'll try to give you as accurate of a count as I can. I'll try to shout that out about every 2 or 3 laps if I can remember. Sometimes this action just gets too insane. But once again, thanks to everybody out there. Please like the stream if you haven't. Subscribe if you aren't. And we're about ready to get going right here as they get going. Typical on that front row from Auto Club. And we'll catch them going into turn number 1 right here. We got 14 people out here racing for us tonight. 29 laps right here in stage number 1. That 3 jumping out to that lead fairly early already. Got a lot of cars behind him. I have some new numbers to get used to tonight. Got Henson in the 41. He is out on the outside. in second place. Dan the Man in that 34, and Bad Martin in the 4. I'm pretty sure Hollywood in that usual 16. A lot of bumps going on out here tonight. Lando in that 43. 48 of Shepard out there. And you can see Henson's took the lead from Typical as they switched from top to bottom. But we're going to have some good action, I'm sure of it here tonight, as we're going to go off the front of Henson here, as we can see 2 by 2 for 2 rows, kind of singling out on back through there. Got another big pack back there in the back racing each other. Let's try to jump back here. Some of those guys. Here's some of those in that pack. Got Jared in the 19. Animal in the 38 back here. One around in turn number 1. Bad Martin in the 4. Oh, and another collision back here with the 38. So lots of calamity there in turn number 1, all stemming from a wreck up here in the front pack. When we so happen weren't following them, was not a game initiated caution, so I'm sure that will be a manual caution, and they will run that one at the line. They'll race to the line. Typical trying to keep the lead on the 41 of Henson there, and I believe he's going to be able to get it done as they go into manual caution mode. Yellow flag is out here at Auto Club for a huge wreck. The 4 getting up into the wall there from the front pack. We weren't on board with the front pack when that happened, but we did see all of it happen from the back pack, and as I believe the 38 and the 19 both got a little bit of that action that happened well ahead of them. But manual caution here for in stage number 1. And it's only 4 laps in, but they will be getting going next lap. I'm sure most people will go down here for some service. Skew Car in the chat. Anybody want to talk to him? He's in there for a chatting. AG Jaden, thanks for joining. Typical guys of Travis and Yeti out there on track, actually. There's Henson in the 41. Bad Martin in that 4. We just saw him getting that accident. 34 Dan the Man. 16 of Hollywood, racing coordinator of Ruthless Racing Series. 34 of Lando. 48 of Shepard. 62 of Anxious Yeti. 17 of G-Dog. 21 of Trav Nation. 11 of Just So Happens. 88 of Crazy Redneck. 38 of Animal. 19 of Jared. And right back up there to Typical, who started on the pole, retook the lead here before the manual caution, as they're going in for 4 good years and some Sunoco fuel. As you can still see, whoever joined last is still not up to their pit box yet. Don't think anybody didn't pit. At least I don't think they did. Battle off pit road. Typical is going to get out there. Jared in that 19 was the last in the box, so Typical did retain his lead off pit road. We're going to have Henson to the outside. 34 of Dan the Man on the inside with Typical. Hollywood out there on the outside behind Henson in the 16. 43 of Lando is going to be down here on the bottom behind the 34 of Dan the Man. Crazy Redneck up there in his 88. Then Shepard down here in the 48 on the bottom row. And I think maybe Travis was beside of him. Nope, I'm sorry. I'm not sure who that was. But here we go. We're going to be going green this time by. And this caution is brought to you by Skew Car. Please check out the description for some links on to be able to save some money. Especially $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. And using code Skew Car at checkout. And that is your first purchase at SeatGeek. We'll get you $20 off using that code. But we're going to go through 3 and 4 under caution for the last time here, as we will be getting restarted in the restart zone. Brought to you by Skew Car. Skew Car Restart Zone. As you can see them lined up, ready to go. This time by 3 is going to be giving the command. 41 lining up right next to him in the Skew Car Restart Zone. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We are restarted here, stage 1 at Auto Club. Ruthless Racing Series right here on Ruthless Racing YouTube 3 getting off to a good start here on the restart. A lot of guys already backing up there. Looks like somebody missed a shift, shifting back through the pack. Not going to cause any issues, dropping all the way to the rear. I'm not quite sure who that was. Oh, we've got a battle off too. Oh my goodness, touching the wall, door to door. 3 of Typical still out in the lead. 34 of Dan the Man in second, but not by much as the 41. Oh, 41 takes second, coming into turn 3, but just door to door, going back and forth there for second place. Going to allow Typical to stretch out this lead a little bit. Clean Air at Auto Club is deadly. And got a good line up there on the top, working with that 41 and the 43 of Lando, 16 of Hollywood. And 3 is going to think better of it, go up there and use a little bit of that, not allow the 41 to get below him as they go through 1 and 2. So we got quite the racing as Typical and Henson out here battling once again. That's who was battling before that caution. Thanks to everybody who's stopping by. Thanks for every view. And we got some good racing right here in the front. The top 5 almost in a single file line. That 3's got all the clean air, so these other guys are going to have to stay in that tailwind to try to keep up. As you can see, the bumps are kind of getting it going one way down to the inside back there at pit road. And that's going to be Jared spinning out harshly through the infield. So big crash there, only one car incident. I doubt that will bring out a caution. As you can see, we've got some scruffing going on back here in the back of the pack off the 38 of Animals car there. There's Crazy Redneck right on the inside of him. Just so happens, had a good race with him Tuesday in the Left Turn League. Good to see him over here racing with us in Ruthless Racing. There's the 21 of Trav Nation right here stuck in the middle of this bunch of the 17, and Bad Martin, surprisingly, after that wreck. I mean, he is back here stuck in this back pack. And it might have been Yeti there on that restart that had the issue with shifting. I'm not quite sure. There's G-Dog in the 17. Get right back up here as your top 3 are Typical, Henson, and Dan the Man. As we got some good racing ahead, I'm sure, but there's just a lot of laps here in stage number 1, 29 to be exact. As they go this time by, we'll get you that lap count. We have 20 to go in stage number 1, 20 remaining. I do believe a pit stop is in order for these guys before the end of this stage, barring any caution. So it would be good to see Ruthless Racing have to go through a green flag stop. It's not something we've had a lot of, if any, here. I also want to apologize for my profile picture not being what it should be. I don't know why that's not fixed. It's changed on the game, but once I go live, it's not changed. So, I'm not quite sure what to do with that. Just enjoying a little bit of this racing here as you see the 34 go to the inside on the 41. Typical shifted all the way back to third, but the 34 of Dan the Man is going to try to get it done. Got a stage 1 win last week at Pocono. Had some engine failure there before stage 2 or during stage 2. Wasn't able to finish the race. And 41 is going to go to the inside. 3 to the top side. Going to work with the 34, but not for long. Pokes his nose in the middle. Doesn't take it. 3 cars up to the high side. What will happen here? 43 of Lando is going to work down to the bottom, try to get some air off the 41 of Henson. Dan the Man's trying to ride it high. Typical's trying to bring it right down in the middle, and he's going to have that 41 down the middle in the backstretch. 43 down the low side is going to think better of it. Goes back middle. 3 to the inside. 3 wide for the lead. Here going into 3. Almost 4 wide. Lando pushing up to 34. 3 takes the lead through that fiasco. 43 is going to move up to third for a moment. Not quite sure how that air is going to pull the 34 of Dan the Man down the backstretch. So we got some good racing right up here for this lead 2x2, and got Hollywood and I believe Shepard lurking behind there in 5th and 6th. And you can see the lather back of the pack there. I got all my words messed up. Back of the pack there, still kind of together. Got Yeti, Trav Nation. Sorry, everybody. Let me do some bot killing. Alright, sorry everybody. Hopefully I killed all the bots. And get them all off the screen here. Sorry about that. If anybody's in the chat watching, please just spam the chat. Try to get this off the screen. I'd really appreciate it, because I'm missing some very valuable action. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Yeah, bad bot. Exactly, Skew Car. I thought I had all the keywords in there to get rid of that. But obviously not. But they'll never be back. They're hidden from the channel forever. Oh my goodness, this league pack up here has gotten crazy. Me trying to kill all the bots. They're 5 wide almost in some spots. 34 and the 41, nose to nose. 2 by 2 behind them. 3 wide behind the leaders. 43 to the inside, thinking better of it once again. 34 goes to the inside of the 41. And we've got a race 3 wide there for third position. Bad bot indeed. Oh my goodness, a stupid bot. Alright, thanks to everybody in there in the chat. Graylin Morgan, AJ, thank everybody for being in there. As we are here, stage number 1. And I believe we have about 13 laps remaining here in stage number 1. And we've got some tight neck racing up here up front. Hollywood has found himself from 5th to 2nd after all this going on. That's exactly right. 3 wide, 2 rows deep down the front stretch, and they're going to try to do it again. 41 of Henson trying to break out to a little bit of a lead, as we had that conversation earlier about clean air here at Auto Club. Got a little tongue-tied action going on. Bot got me all out of rhythm, but we'll get back around to it. 3 goes diving in with the 34. 3's going to have him clear here on the exit. Will he pull the slide job? No. Did not get completely clear of the 41's nose as he pulls back even down the backstretch. And they're going to be tight neck coming into 3. As you can see, the 3's going to have that preferred advantage there at first, but the 41 going to pull right back up to even on exit. Unless that 3's able to clear this time by, he could slam it up to the top. But I don't think he's wanting to do that to him, as we'll go overhead just to see how close we are on that nose to bumper. As you can see, the 43 and the 16 door-to-door fighting just as hard as these leaders. 34 going way inside there on the 34, kind of pushing him up middle lane. 16 looks a little uncomfortable out there because he's got the 41 going to pinch him. No, we got a couple swirling, but we're going to make it. This is an awesome view we have. Typical out there to that lead, just stretching it out there with that clean air. As we have got them going right here, right now. Got Typical in the lead there. Got some guys pitting. Might be a good move by them. Oh my goodness, as we still got some good racing here. 34 and 43 next to each other. Alright, Lando's kind of pulling himself up here to the front row now. Had a really good car at Pocono, just could not stay out of the accidents last week, but he's found himself back up here being a speedster once again. 3's able to stretch it out. Lando going to jump way quick up there to the high side. 34 did not like that. He's going to jump as the leaders jump back down to the bottom. It's going to give 34 the air to possibly clear the 43. No, he did not clear him, but he almost put him up into the fence. Thanks to everybody out there this evening joining. Please like, subscribe if you haven't, and check out the description. 43 trying to put this second position right in his pocket and possibly work a little bit with that 3. Got a good line up there on the high side. 16 goes low. 16 is going to have the preferred air. Thanks to everybody who likes and subscribes here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube. Oh, got some calamity. Couple guys touched the wall. 48 kind of lost it there. Going to keep it straight though. It's going to allow this backpack to get a little bit of gain on him. There's some early pitters, I think. And then we still got Typical in the lead, followed by Lando, Hollywood in the 16, and Dan the Man in the 34. And look, I think Henson might have been a part of that, a little bit of that accident with Shepard there. As I'm sure pit stops are coming up for somebody here. Those guys that pit early, they may have an advantage if they're able to stay up to speed. Possibly here pitting earlier, as we still got a good pack of 4 up here racing. This is stage number 1. As I know, I'm not doing a very good job with the laps, but I get so focused on this action that it's hard to remember. '34 of Lando has now taken the lead. First time of the evening, I do believe. As he did show some of that speed. Got the lead that time. I think he led that lap. Not quite sure. As we're going to try to go off Hollywood here. He's in 4th at the moment. Working hard beside Dan the Man. Is going to push Typical really good. Got 3 cars against the 43 here. Couple's going to go down low enough to give him that air. As we'll get you a lap count this time by there, chat. And this time by, there will be 6 laps remaining in stage number 1, and these guys do have to pit. Now, I'm not sure if tires will be in the equation when they do, but a splash of fuel is necessary for at least one of these drivers. And I'm about sure nobody can really make it here. You see Hollywood becoming really aggressive there on that outside lane. We'll go off the view of Lando here. It looks like Typical is going to go in and take that pit stop now. So that might be an advantage for him against these guys. If Lando can stay right here in this air, he'll be just fine. There's Shepard. He pit already too, so he'll be coming off. Anxious Yeti, Project 62. Not sure if he has completed his pit stop yet. G-Dog coming out of the pits in the 17. Trav Nation as well. Here comes Animal off the pits. Typical now getting into his stall along with Henson. And there's Bad Martin taking his pit as well. So that's not a bad group for Bad Martin to be a part of there. As you can see, Hollywood and Dan the Man and Lando still leading this race. And they have 4 to go here in stage number 1. Thanks to everybody out there who's liked, subscribed, or watching the stream right now. It is always much appreciated. If you're interested in knowing the points for the Ruthless Racing Series, check out the community tab on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. And Dan the Man is going to pull even with Hollywood down the backstretch. Will Dan the Man be pitting this time by? Got the 43 on the outside acting like he will not be pitting this time. 43 is going to pit. Everybody pits. Okay, there we go. We got the top 3 pitting. As we're going to try to get on board with these other 3 guys that pitted earlier. Is Typical. That's one we need to keep an eye on right there. These green flag stops are taking place. I'm not sure if they went a lap down. Hollywood is still the leader right now as it sets on pit road. So Typical is going to get past pit road. He's got Henson and Bad Martin back here. They were on pit road all at the same time. And there is Dan the Man, a part of this group with Hollywood. He was able to get off pit road first. And the 34 of Dan the Man is the leader, but that is Typical coming up behind him right here. And just to show you, there's Typical, and the leaders are in front of him, the 34 and the 16 of Hollywood. He does have a couple, or about a lap less of tire than these guys, so we'll see how big of a difference that makes as they go by this time. There's 2 to go. So 1 at the line here to finish stage number 1. Can Hollywood get it done? I believe that Dan the Man might possibly get 2 stage 1s in a row. Hopefully he's able to keep the car on track this week, barring any engine failure. You can hear him trying to lay off that a little bit. I'm not sure if they even took tires on this stop. I didn't bother to pay attention to how long they were in there. Typical pitting as much as he, or as early as he did. I'm sure he at least took right sides possibly. Got the 19 having some issues there on the inside. 34 with 1 to go right here in stage number 1. He takes turn number 2. Got the 16 behind him. Can Hollywood chase him down here? He's only got the backstretch and 3 and 4 to go. Typical pitting a little bit earlier, was not able to get back up on this pit strategy of these 2 leaders in Hollywood and Dan the Man. As they come through 3 and 4 for the final time in stage number 1, Hollywood does not seem to have it at this moment. Dan keeps it off the wall, looking good for stage number 1, and he's going to get it. Dan the Man, stage number 1 winner here at Auto Club Ruthless Racing Series on Ruthless Racing YouTube. Hollywood comes in second, Typical in third, as that was him sliding through the grass there in the back. Henson finishing 4th, Lando in 5th for your stage 1 results. And this stage break brought to you by SKU Car. Please check out the description to save some money on a humble bundle, or save $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek using code SKU Car at checkout. And Miss Helms, thank you for joining. Traffic Nation always strong here in any of his races, and I'm glad to have people like that back into our chats. Like a good chat, good talkative chat. See if this chat can do better than last week's, as we had over 200 comments live last week. So let's chat it up. But we had some good racing out there, Yeti. Don't hate on it all. So Dan the Man, your stage 1 winner, able to get it done just the same as he did last week, as we're going to go green this time by stage number 2. In stage number 2, we will have 27 laps, 29 in the first stage, 27 in the second stage, 34 up here in the front. Ford Racing Association, thanks for joining. It's good to have you in here. And what are we mad at? But 34 got it 3 wide here almost. 3 going to the inside to take the lead of Typical. 43 and the 16 behind them. 3 wide for 5th position. As we've had a whale of a race here this evening, we're going to go on board with Martin as he is in the mix of it all. As we're going to get an onboard view right here. Look at him working inside on the 43, thinks better of it. 43 looking a little tight. So it's good racing up there for the lead, as we got the top 4 here on the left or right side of Bad Martin. So he's been riding that low side here. We got Dan the Man right here in the lead. You can kind of get a look of what that lead looks like. All that clean air hitting you right in the face is very advantage full right here at Auto Club. Right here's Hollywood, as he's now back in 5th. We're going to see him running in this mess. Shepard pokes himself to the inside there. Three wide for the lead. 43 not lifting. 3 able to clear him to the inside. 43 up high. Or 34, I'm sorry. Got the 43 and the 34 been beside each other most of the evening. Yes, Ford Racing. Not quite sure how I was able to get community posts. I just so happened to open it up today and was like, hey, you can make a post. So there we go. Hopefully it's just not a beta thing or something. But here's the 43 going to the inside. Turn number 1's going to take the lead for the moment. Going to get the 41 up here to give him a push. Oh, but that outside has that grip and that wall of 34 and the 3 able to get it done. Look at this overhead racing 4 deep by 2 by 4. And we're not talking about wood, ladies and gentlemen. These are race cars. As we've got it going, high side locked up. 4 moves to the middle, is trying to shift down to the bottom. This is almost like Talladega. We've got a good split in the pack here. Got the front racing hard, got the back racing hard. Look at Shepherd back here in the back of this front pack, and it is a lake of cars. There's some good racing going on up here this evening. Trav Nation poking his head up here in this leader group. Here we go. Yeah, it's certainly got some good action going on. Thanks to everybody in the chat. As you can see, that back group is way off that front group there. There's Trav Nation running amongst this bunch. Hopefully he can keep that car up there. Seems to have a lot of engine issues there for that Wood Brothers bunch, but I believe Travis is a good driver, and if he can keep it on the asphalt, he'll have a good day. As you can see, those top 4 not giving an inch to anybody, and Hollywood just making it that much tighter. These other guys seem to be kind of trying to wait them out. One gets up, I believe that's the 3 of Typical, kind of got loosed up to the track, got touched, I believe. As you can see, that front pack is just clustered up. I believe Travis is trying to wait them out. If Travis gets a good pit strategy here, I think he'll be just comfortable towards the end of this stage, as we're 7 of 27 right here in stage number 2. Looks like some guys running some 6s and 7s out there this evening already, so we know the track is nice and fast. Once again, thanks to everybody. If you haven't liked the stream, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please do so. And Anxious Yeti always likes it when people hit the bell. So if that's your thing, do that for us too. Man, we got some good racing right here in this front pack. As you can see, Bad Martin still leading this show. But he's got Henson right here on his door on the outside, as we've got some good 2-lane racing. Bad Martin once again dropping back there to the back. Once again, I think that's just a patience game out of that 4 car, as he was caught in an accident earlier. He does not want to put himself back into there. A little bit of shuffling around middle pack. 34 and the 41 looking to lock together and try to get out of here, but that 43 and the 48 have something to say about it. 34 going to jump down and ditch the high side, but he's going to come back to him on the exit. And that's just some good 2-lane racing there by that 34. He's controlling both lanes of traffic best way he can. He lets one get a good run up on him, then he'll block the other one once they get another good run on him, and he'll just ride them out until they come and go. So that's some good racing there by Dan the Man in that 34. 43 of Lando now takes over second. Oh, gets off the wall. He's going to go to the inside. Lando was able to save it, I believe. He's going to lose a little bit of speed. 3 wide coming into 3. 41 on the door. The 4 going to clear, and there you go, Trav Nation. 16 going to come right up, trying to give him some help. Oh, 21 off the wall. Unfortunate. Trav Nation running out of talent there. 34 of Dan the Man still in the lead. Lando, not sure how he ended up recovering. I think that's him right there tagging along. As those 4 cars need to link back together and try to catch back up to this front 3, as they've allowed Dan the Man, the 41 of Henson, and the 48 of Shepherd to take the podium positions at the moment here in stage number 2. And Typical is already down pit road in that 3 car, as there is going to be a needed pit here in this stage. And Typical is going to go ahead and take that early. You can see him already down there. And somebody else also pit with him. I couldn't tell if that was Hollywood. It was not Hollywood. Not sure who that was that pitted with Henson. 11 of Just So Happens also pitting. That's 88 of Crazy Redneck. Not real familiar with that scheme of on the 88. And there's Typical, as he's already done his pit, so we'll see how that works out for him, as he is in 11th position at the moment. And we'll jump right back up here to where Dan the Man is still in the lead, but the 41 charging hard on the inside. Got some help with the 48. 48 going even more inside than the 41, but he's going to think better of it and jump back up to the high side. So 41 back door to door here with the 34, trying to take that lead. Lando once again getting that car up to the lead and not being able to hold it there. I'm not sure what the lead has against Lando here in this racing series so far this season, as he took the lead 3 times at Pocono and succumbed to mistakes. But right now we got the 43, or I'm sorry, the 41 and the 34 right door to door here. 13 out of 27 laps here at Auto Club in stage number 2. Thanks to everybody out there in the stream this evening, as we're going to enjoy this racing here, as we're going to go over top right here on the 4. A little bit of bumping action. I'm going to grab a drink. As you can see, that 4 car of Bad Martin, he just playing a little bit of the waiting game, I do believe. As like I said earlier, he did get caught in that accident. Doesn't want to be a part of that anymore. Oh, swirling going around down the back stretch. They're able to keep it straight. These top 5 cars have really got it locked in. Trav Nation in that 21 still hanging around. He's got Lando there on his rear. These guys could work together on a pit stop, possibly have some kind of strategy against these leaders that they seem to have lost off their pace. But the ones that are up here on this leader pace, they are really putting to it. 48 cannot pick a line. He has been up and down the track every lap, as looks like he wants to make his move now. Still a lot of racing to go, still a pit to go. Typical is a lap down all the way back there in 11th, but that strategy may come out to work for him, as he'll be on the track longer than anybody. Let's just hope he didn't lose too much time to these guys when they pit. Coming to the line, 16 of 27 here in stage number 2. The 41 of Henson is out there in the lead. Dan the Man shuffling back. 4 of Martin down to the inside. And I've noticed Martin in that 4, he wants to run that line where there is no other traffic, where there is no other vehicle, because he knows that leader is going to come down and give him a little pull to help keep him even. As you can see this time by, he's going to try to clear Hollywood, can't get it done. So you see him run that bottom line, door to door to 16, 16 going to go high. 41 to the inside, 3 wide back here for 5th. 41, oh, the 4 is going to go up and possibly clear Hollywood, but no, 3 wide once again. 4 up against that wall. And we're just going to keep it 3 wide for 5th right there. Hollywood comes out in 3rd, Martin in 4th, and then Shepard shuffles back to 5th. So that battle figured itself out. So we got some good racing right here, but I do like to get around the field. So we'll see. Lando's going to take his pit now. So that'll be interesting to see how quick his pit is. You got Shepard there in the 48. There's Project 62 saying his car is no good. There's G-Dog in that 17. It's Trav Nation coming out with Lando. I told you if these two could work on a pit strategy together, they could possibly get it done. And here they are coming out with one another. So I think they got it. I think they can get it done. Got Redneck and Just So Happens. Animal in that 38 coming into pit. 19 of Jared. Seen him have an accident down the front stretch earlier. Typical, who has already pitted. Who has worked himself back to 8th position now. Still a lap down, waiting for the leaders to pit. Back up here to the front. There's Henson going in now. Followed by Hollywood in the 4. And then the 48 of Shepard also going to pit. So we'll see how that works out there. And we got these two. Who was it that stayed out there? Henson did stay out there. As that's going to really hurt Typical there. He really needed all of them to pit kind of together. Thanks AJ for joining. Hey Jay Santos, thank you for coming in here. There we got the 41 in the lead. He did not pit this time either. As you can see, those other cars that were out there, they're coming back out onto the track. So Henson still has not pitted and has lapped every competitor in the field, I do believe. Everything NASCAR, hey, that's everything NASCAR I was telling you all about. He's got got some highlights from Ruthless Racing over on his channel. So big shout out to him. Go give him a check. So 41 of Henson still out here. I guess possibly got a little bit of fuel saving going on. Could just have it toned in that way. As you can see right now, Hollywood has gotten back around him, I do believe. There's Typical, still a lap down, but he's worked himself back up to 5th position. So I do believe everybody in the field has been lapped, but now they're starting to get their laps back as Henson is pitting this time. So he pits this time, so we'll get you a lap count as we're under 10 to go for sure here in stage number 2. This time by, unfortunately, I believe we're 6 to go this time. And that's as Henson goes down the pits, making his 5 to go. Right now we have Henson as the leader on pit road. And this pit has gotten everybody spread out a little bit, as I think everybody had a little different pit. I believe Dan the Man is in 2nd. No, I'm sorry, Hollywood is in 2nd. Dan the Man has shifted back to 4th. So Hollywood is in 2nd and has taken the lead right there whenever he crossed pit road. So Hollywood is now your leader, and he has stretched it out here to a great bit. As Typical has shifted up to 3rd, Bad Martin now in 2nd. So Henson stretching out that run did not prove beneficial for him. So possibly testing the waters for stage number 3. As the 16 of Hollywood is your leader, followed by Bad Martin, Typical, Dan the Man, and Lando Extendo. 4 to go here in stage number 2 from Auto Club. This is the Ruthless Racing series on Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. And as always, appreciate everybody out there watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you're interested in more. Yeah, and as always, thank you everything NASCAR. It's more than enough. It's really awesome what you've done for us there, and everybody go check that out. Highlights of the Ruthless Racing series over on Everything NASCAR's channel. 3 to go here in stage number 2 from Auto Club, and Hollywood is your leader after a great pit strategy. The Great Deer, thanks for joining. $69 comments till that one. Nice. So we've got this stretched out quite a bit. Got Bad Martin and Typical back there working together, though, as you can see them, or they're more door to door now. Typical going to get around them. Don't know if they'll have it in them. 2 to go when they cross the line this time in stage number 2. Bad Martin was able to get the stage 1, or I'm sorry, Dan the Man was able to get the stage 1 win, but not able to do so as he is back there in 4th at the moment. And I'm sorry, he's moved up to 3rd position. So Bad Martin starting to fall back. Hollywood enjoying those guys fighting behind him as he's going to be looking to take the 1 to go here in stage number 2 at the line. As they can get in the line back there, they still got some time. But I think they're more worried about getting those points. Got some guys getting high up on the track back there. So we're going to stick with Hollywood with 1 to go in stage number 1. Or stage number 2, I'm sorry. So Hollywood going to take the green, white, checkered for stage number 1. Stage number 2, I don't know why I keep doing that. Hollywood's got it to do here. 34 of Dan the Man's kind of worked back up to 2nd here. So he's able to get around Typical too, which is surprising. But 16 looking like he's going to hold on here in stage number 2 over Dan the Man, who was a stage 1 winner, and take stage number 2 here from Auto Club. So there you go. You got Hollywood taking stage number 1 or stage number 2 in 1st place. Dan the Man going to 2nd, who won stage number 1. 3rd was Typical. Henson in 4th, and Bad Martin rounding up the top 5. And we had us a good green flag stop there during that stage, which is something we've not had a lot of here in Ruthless Racing Series this year. So it's good to see that take place, which still proved out to be some good racing. As you can see, after that pit, all these guys that you see there were the top 4, and Typical pitted way early into the stage. And like I said, I thought that would work out for him if he didn't lose a lot of time, and he literally lost a second too much, I think, if that. But it looks like everybody's going to go down for 4 Goodyear tires and some Sunoco fuel. Oh, and everything NASCAR, I just want to let you know while you're still in here. Overall, the race was 100 laps. Stage 1 was 29 laps. Stage 2 was 27 laps. And Stage 3 is coming up, and I'll let you know exactly how many that is. Because, I can't math. Here we go, stage number 3. This is the Ruthless Racing Series right here on Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. We're going to hit the skew car restart zone this time by with Hollywood on the pole. Got Dan the Man in 2nd. That's how they finished in stage number 2. Stage number 3 is underway. We got 38 laps remaining in this stage. So 29 in the 1st, 27 in the 2nd, and 39 in the 3rd. Or 38, whatever I said. Hollywood to the lead. Still in the lead. Got Typical working on his bumper down the back stretch. Still door to door, 2x2 down the back stretch through the pack. As you can already see, a couple guys have already scraggled off there at the end. And here's that clean air. Watch him pull out of there, and on that turn, they'll catch back up, but that clean air just really serves the higher purpose. Out here at Auto Club, and look at them shifting around back there. The 16 and the 3 right here battling for the lead. But they got a top battle right behind them. As we'll go back here to Lando as he is in the muck. Oh, 21 getting loose. He's stuck in the middle. Trav Nation trying to find a spot, finds one in the bottom. Can't hang on to it. Jumps back out with the 34 of Dan the Man. 4 of Bad Martin working himself up the track. 48 gets a little bit into the 21. 62 barely clears him. 21 is having some serious issues. So you've got some good racing out here this evening. 21 shuffling back big time. It's Project 62 racing alongside G-Dog. Stage 1 was won by Dan the Man. Stage 2 by Hollywood. 21 looking to go 3 wide with the 11 and the 19. as we're real early up here into stage number 1. As we still got 35 laps remaining here in stage number 3, as I'm trying to give everybody a little bit of stream time here. Oh, 88 around off the apron, I guess. I don't really know about that one. That was interesting. Everybody got to see that one. They still got a good pack up there in those leaders as we jump on here with Typical, who is running 4th/5th, pending the 34 up there. 34 going to go to the middle, though, make it 3 wide with the 3 and the 16. 43 up there working hard, but got it pushed up to the top of the track, and we got a lot of stuff going on back here. Oh, 16 off the wall a little bit, going to slow up the 4, get him into the wall. Unfortunate incident there. Bad Martin playing that. He'd been playing that patience game, and the minute he tries to get a little aggressive, there goes someone off the wall on him. Yeah, I got to get used to saying contact. Contact, contact, like Dale Jr. does. Oh, contact. 41 of Henson out here to the lead. Tried to stretch out his run in stage number 2 and beat these guys, but wasn't able to get it done. Didn't even finish in the top 5. And we're going to try to go 3 wide for the lead up here. 43 is going to get by the 41 in turn number 3. 34 up to the high side of Dan the Man in second still. Lando has took the lead. And Lando has took the lead once again, but Lando and the lead do not mix here in Ruthless Racing, as mistakes always seem to just tear him alive, as we're 3 wide in some of these spots here. We got multi-groove racing here at Auto Club this evening. That 43 looking good up on the high side, pulls away with a little help from the 3. Oh, contact as they come down to turn number 3. So 43 looking strong on the high side, as we got a good group right here. 7 cars in the front pack. 3 wide once again for the lead. .41 of Henson down to the inside in the lead. Once again, there goes Lando shuffling back the pack as he finds himself all the way back there in 6th position now. As we've had some good racing here all night here on Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. You can see them nice and packed up coming through 3 and 4 this time. And the back of the pack there kind of scraggling out. Bad Martin got an accident earlier on in the race, but he's been doing good ever since then, playing a lot of patience. Hollywood winning stage number 2, but finding himself in the back of this front pack at the moment. And this is what we strive to bring every week here to Ruthless Racing Series. Just a few guys, you know, on here having a great time and bringing some really good action. As we're going to check pit road to see if we've got anybody down pit road. Yes, just so happens has succumbed to engine failure, I do believe. Redneck, after seeing him turn around there earlier, he's still out here. But this lead pack here still got it going. Lando, another mistake. 4 on the inside. He's going to be able to get back down there. I believe he laid out for him. He's going to jump back out there and leave the 4 to dry. Left the 4 out there to dry after helping him out there on that low side down in turn number 2. Sure 4 will remember that whenever the time comes. You can see Hollywood's still struggling, stuck back there. Lando, he really does have the car to move through this field, but he can't stay ahead of it. So we got some good pack racing up here at the front. They're trying to single file it out. We've got the 41 of Henson, the 43 of Lando, and the 3 of Typical in 1, 2, 3. Got 34 of Dan the Man, stage 1 winner in 4th, followed by Bad Martin, and then Hollywood in the 16, who was your stage 2 winner, who was in 5th, or 6th, I'm sorry. 7th is Shepherd. Hey, the Great Deer, I do say "oh" a lot. Now I do that. I do that. All right, so we're gonna go to Crank It Up, Ruthless Racing style. Y'all let me know how it sounds in the chat, but that's what we're gonna do this time. Is we're gonna let you just watch the racing, but also hear it. And here it is, Crank It Up. So I do believe we have a caution there as we're going to come back from Crank It Up. Could be a little louder. Thank you for that feedback. Any feedback anybody gives in the chat, I take to use. But yes, I will certainly keep that in mind as we are under caution here. As I'm not sure if that was a game-initiated caution, as it does look like it was. As we did see a little contact there under Crank It Up with the 19 and somebody. I'm not sure who it was. But that allowed everybody to go in and get some service. And we're going to rack it back up here. It's going to allow Typical to be in the lead. 41. Jared and Anxious got into each other. Okay, yeah, we thought we saw a little bit of that action. But Typical going to take off here. This is stage number 3. And this is the Ruthless Racing Series right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. 22 remaining right here from Auto Club. 3 is going to jump out there and have that lead. 41 to the outside. It's getting smushed up back there as we've got everybody back together now. Only one car out of this race so far, I do believe, due to engine failure. The 11 of Just So Happens. Alright, so the 3's showing that that clean air gets it done here. Gosh, we've got some great racing here this evening. Oh, we got some contact back there in the middle of the pack. I like to see this. Got the Project 62 car up here. Got Trav Nation up there running that far inside line. All kinds of contact and bumping going on down the front stretch. Oh, Trav Nation grabs some grass. It's going to push him back there a little bit. We certainly do have a great race here this evening. 43-34 side, 48 and the 34 side by side. I've been getting my words mixed up this evening. We're up to 100 chats. We have 20 laps to get 100 more comments. I believe we had 99 live comments last week, and no garbage, no one-word comments. We had actual 200 comments. But anyways, greatly appreciate everybody out there. Thanks for watching this great action that we're bringing to you as we're 3 wide for the lead. Been a common sight here this evening as a 3 wide for the lead has been. Hollywood there, he is moving back just a tad. As these guys are just trying to make themselves to the end. I think another pit. Oh, a little bit of contact up into the wall. 16 grabbed some door there. As I'm not quite sure, but there possibly could be a splash and go pit stop for these guys, depending on if anybody's saving some fuel. If it does come down to stretching out some fuel, I'm going to put my money on Henson, as he has had the longest run of the day on his car, I do believe. We got some really good action going on here. 43 and 41 in the 3 door to door, 43 in the 16 for second or third in the second row. 48 pushed 16 down. Not sure what's going on here. 16 just kind of let out of everything. Here comes the 4 of Bad Martin. Hollywood possibly having a little issue out of that car. Might be getting a little tight here in this run. So I'm going to get a lap count this time by. And your leader is still typical. 16 remaining. Some of these guys are going to have a splash and go or save half a lap. Or maybe even more than half a lap. Some of these guys just don't have it. It's going to be interesting how this one plays out. Some guys are going to have to pit, or they're going to try to coast it out. With it this tight, it's going to be really interesting. As they got 15 to go at the line. Got Lando poking his head back up there with those leaders. If Lando would stay in 3rd position and quit fighting for the lead, I think he would have a successful race. Because if he could just steal that lead on the last lap, I'm thinking he could hold it long enough to win the race. But just him in the lead just does not mix here so far this season. .48 of Shepard on board with him now as we'll go behind. As you can see, him behind Bad Martin and that group of 4 up front that keep trying to fight each other. As I said, I don't know if everybody can make it on fuel, so we'll see how that works out. Stage 1 winner Dan the Man up there in 4th. Stage 2 winner Hollywood running right off the door of Shepard right now in that 16. Both not in the lead. But 2 strong cars of Henson and Typical, who was the pole sitter, have been running up front all night. Lando been up there right there with them, but none of them have attributed to any type of stage win. So we'll see if they get it done where it's all going to matter. You can see somebody coming out of the pits now, knowing that they did not have that fuel already. So it's going to be interesting watching them come back up on the track, as they do have a right to come back up. I believe that is Jared in the 19, and it is. You can see that lap car. Beautiful passing here. So Lando back to the lead once again. And, you know, it's always barring that mistake. Lando in the lead. We'll see if they have a love ending after all. Thanks everything, NASCAR. I love Ruthless Racing too. This is some great action. It's even greater whenever we have a lot of people in here enjoying it. So really appreciate everybody. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. This is the Ruthless Racing series on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Make sure to check out highlights posted by Everything NASCAR. And also check out Skew Car on his YouTube channel for any NASCAR news, highlights, paint schemes, anything of that action. Or likeness. As Lando holding on to the lead for once right now. Lando still got the lead, no mistake so far. We're also up to 274 subscribers, so thanks to everybody. We gotta get Lando on the camera here. 3 of Typical going to go to the outside. Let's see if he can get it done. Lando looking sharp. Let's see if he can get it. Anxious Shetty topping in the race. Yeah, he's Brad K, huh? Tweeting from the car. Project dump truck. That's too good. Typical able to take the lead on the outside, so Lando loses the lead to no fault of his own. But can he still get it done? Nope. Gonna take that pit. 16 gonna take the pit. Spin out by the 43. There goes the mistake. The good old commentator's curse. As the 43 spins it going in the pit road. 16, the 4. Not quite sure who else went in there. So we got Typical and Henson still out here in the lead. Are they going to have the fuel? Are they going to be able to save that half a lap? I think everybody was short around a half a lap for those ones that couldn't save. So we'll see how that works out for them, as we'll get you a lap count this time. There's 8 remaining. So these leaders, the only one I think that can really get it done is Henson. He has the longest run on his car this evening. So we'll see if he's able to stretch it out there. He ran about 2 laps longer than the rest of the field earlier, which cost him stage number 2. So we are down to 7 remaining at the line. Oh, the leaders are pitting. They're going to pit the lap after. We'll see how that works out for everybody. I'm telling you, these pit stops are really going to play a big factor. Anybody could win any week. This is PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, NASCAR Racing League. We do not have many spots remaining, as we do have 14 out of a maximum 16 field. We will race till 16. Here at Ruthless Racing Series, we're going to try to do, if we have 18 people show up, you're going to qualify unless you have a playoff, unless you're above the playoff cutoff line. You're automatically in if you're above that, but if you're below it, you have to qualify for a spot in the race. As you can see, some guys coming off pit road. Here's Hollywood. He was a part of that bunch. Typical and Henson coming off pit road, so they got back out ahead of everybody. As you can see them grouped back up there. There's Lando after that wreck on the pit road. So here's Typical and Henson, who pit together as the leaders, still came out as the leaders, but the 34 and the 4 pit the lap before they did, and now here they are right there on their bumper. As we got door-to-door racing here for the lead, I believe we're going to come down to a barn burner here at on Ruthless Racing, on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Whatever I'm supposed to say. Yes, this is 5 to go, sponsored by Martinsville Hot Dog. I'm going to eat like 40 of them this weekend. Lap count when they go by. Door-to-door, 34 has the lead that time, and Dan the Man, he was the Stage 1 winner, only car to win a stage that's still up here. Yep, we have 5 to go. Dan the Man in the lead. Bad Martin showing his head out there. Has Bad Martin been playing that patience game? And here he is. He finds himself and in it for the win it. 3 in the 41, been fast all evening, working the high side. You almost get a team feel out of this. We got a team against a team almost, although there is no teams here in Ruthless Racing. Oh, 4 in the 34, a little contact there on the inside, going to break their air up. This is going to give the high side a little bit of the advantage possibly. That 34 has just got a fast car out there tonight. We're going to see the 3 in the 41 drop back a little bit. Got 4 to go. 3 at the line. So you can see the 3 kind of falling off here. Got the 41 trying to work back up to race these guys for this win. 34, Dan the Man wins stage 1. Can he win stage 3 where it all matters? He had a stage win last week. Had an engine failure, wasn't able to continue the race. Can he get that redemption and lock himself into the playoffs? 41 looking fast on the high side. 34 a little loose there on the bottom. 41's going to have the momentum out on the outside, take the lead. We only got 3 to go. 2 at the line. I believe we're going to be in for it here. 34 dives back into the inside. Two to go. 3 to go. I don't know. 2 to go. Yeah. Skew car, you're wrong. Got the 41 in the lead. They're racing door to door. 34 of Dan the Man on the outside. 4 of Bad Martin down to the inside. Trying to make it 3 wide, but they'll stay door to door 2 by 2. Coming down 3 wide almost, typical of forcing the issue. Gets the 34 a little sideways. 41 up into the middle. 41 way down to the bottom. 4, I'm sorry. 4 moves up to second place on that. 41 bumping the 4. He's trying to move by. We got 1 to go. Sponsored by you. By Skew Car. Oh, wrecked by Typical at the line. He hits the wall hard. It's very, very typical of the 3 car to hit a wall like that. And I believe that brought out the... Oh, that was the winner, Dan the Man. Dan the Man gets the win right here. I messed up. That's my fault. I got into everything. I forgot there was 1 to go. When you got 2 to go, we do a burnout lap here at Ruthless Racing. You know, I just got into it. It was just too good. That's on me. Had some good racing out there though. Had some people quit before they should have. But this is Dan the Man, winner of stage number 1. Hollywood got stage number 2, and then here's Dan the Man with stage number 3. As we're going to watch him do his burnout. So it's good for Dan the Man to be able to do that. Unfortunately, we can't see the smoke, but it's good for him to be able to do his burnout. And for some reason, not really showing the dirt like it usually does. But nonetheless, it's all for him to be able to do that. That's something we like to do here in the Ruthless Racing Series, is let the winner go get that burnout that they really don't give us here. So good on Dan the Man to be able to go get that Ruthless Racing burnout. Congratulations to Dan the Man. As unfortunately I did not get to see the results as my video was cut short on that. So we'll let Hollywood tell us who got the top 3 there. Great racing there. Thanks for everybody who came through to watch. Dan the Man able to get the dub. Alright, so thanks to everybody who came through. Please like, subscribe, hang around as we'll have the top 3 come in. We'll have a little post-race interview with the drivers, as we like to do here on Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. So just hang out for that. We'll get those guys in here. You can see the fastest lap probably went to Lando there, running a 4:38.4. Got Dan the Man. Martin came in second. And then we'll see who came third. Alright, everybody. I believe our third and fourth place drivers did not want to be interviewed or didn't come in. But we got Bad Martin in here, finishing second. A heck of a race out there this evening. Y'all put on for us. Seemed like you played a lot of patience game after getting into a little bit of an issue earlier on in the race, but it paid off in the end. I kept saying he's playing the patience game. He's going to be there in the end, and there you were. So kind of just walk us through what your day was like out there at Auto Club.
Yeah, the first stage there, that was a little iffy there. We got 3 wide, and it just got really light in the middle. And on my screen, I was rolling. I don't know about your screen, but I was going end over end. But just could never really get up there through the stages, and it was a lot of hard racing. I make it to like third or fourth, and then get shuffled back. And Dan and I were in sequence there. It's his setup that finished 1-2 there, so that's props to him.
Yeah, you had a well of a show in there. You got a stage win there last week. I thought for sure you'd have something for the same. Thought you was going to get you a win there at the end, but it's good to see you racing with us. Really appreciate that, and
yeah, appreciate it.
Hopefully see some more success from you there.
Thanks.
In that 4.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to say? Like to give the podium a little word?
I'd just like to say thanks. Dan is the one that actually handed me the setup and worked with me a little bit on it and told me where to get it, where I was comfortable, and that's why I was right behind him, and we were pretty even. I wasn't even going to try to pass him there with them other two on our outside. It was too much work to even just get up there to first and second.
Yeah, I seen you out there. You would get up there and get pushed back a little bit. And then Lando was another one. It seemed like he just could not keep the lead. As soon as he'd get up there, he'd make a mistake or something.
Yeah, I never seen the lead all night.
Yeah, it just seemed like a tough race to stay out front in front of everybody, especially the way everybody was racing door to door and nose to tail. It was good to see.
A lot of clean racing.
Yeah, but congratulations on that finish, and hope to see more.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yep. And without further ado, we'll have that driver of the 34, Dan the Man. Got the stage win last week, succumbed to engine failure, but this week comes back out, gets another first stage win, and wins a race. So congratulations on that. A lot of tough racing out there. So just tell us, how was you able to put that 34 forward in victory lane?
Well, I just tried to take care of my car. I tried to run the outside where no one really wanted to run, and I just kind of sat back and relaxed. And towards the end of the stage, I kind of gave it my all, and I had some, I had some help from Martin, that last stage helped me get up there, and I'm not quite sure how that last turn looked. I don't know if it was my bad or not, but I sent it in there. There's some fast guys in here. These guys are hard to beat, so.
Yeah, it was some awesome racing all night. Even after those green flag stops, you all were right back together. No matter what lap it seemed like anybody pit on. Typical in stage 2, pit with 11 or 12 to go, and was right there at the end of the stage. So it just seemed like everybody pulled together nicely off their pit stops. A lot of good, clean nose racing for the most part I saw. But on the last lap you just got to race hard, and then if that's what you had to do, sometimes it's just what it takes. But nonetheless, you had a really good 34 Mustang out there. So congratulations on that win.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, anything you want to say, Free Mock?
I'm good.
All right, awesome. Well, once again, congratulations. Your winner's Dan the Man from Auto Club here in Ruthless Racing Series on Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Had Hollywood join since our third place driver didn't want to join. So, Hollywood, welcome in. You had a pretty good race out there, won stage number 2. What did you think about everything out there tonight? Seemed like the race stayed pretty tight-knit for the most part.
Yeah, man. Honestly, hell of a race. That was probably one of the funnest races I've been a part of. Everybody was pretty clean and respectful and pretty fast too. So I had a good time. Kind of screwed myself on that last stage, but it's all good. Top 10 and move on.
That's good to hear. Where are we at next week?
We're going to be at Bristol.
All right, you heard it. It's Bristol in the Cup. It's always a good...
Is there a way we could post the schedule on there?
Yeah, I'm going to post the schedule on our community tab later.
Okay, cool.
Is that Bristol? Is that a points race or is that the All-Star?
No, we got I think 3 or 4 points races before the All-Star.
Okay. All right, so you heard the man. Bristol Cup next week.
Let's do it.
So, real quick. We got Bristol, Chicagoland, and then Iowa, and that'll be it for the regular season. And then we're going to take a week off for Thanksgiving, and the All-Star race will be the next week.
All right, cool, awesome. So as of right now, we got Hollywood with 2 wins, Typical with 2 wins, got Henson with a win, and now Dan the Man with a win. Those are 4 locked-in drivers amongst the 12 that will make the playoffs. It was good to see 14 guys out there this evening to have that many in the field, and only one have a little issue that caused them to leave the race. Mid-race, I should say.
Yeah, having a full lobby was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty neat to see. But if anybody else has...
a mysterious caution there towards the end. We're trying to wonder what happened there.
You know, I seen that we were... I was doing some crank it up at that moment. And I just scanned through and 19, and I think Eddie got into it or something. Just like... It was real quick because I was just switching camera angles, kind of caught a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. They did a minute afterwards. I think one of the guys' mics was turned off 3/4 of the race.
Yeah,
he didn't realize it.
Jared said he got loose and then hit Yeti, but it was tough. It came when the caution came out. It was showing 25 laps, and then I told everyone we had to pit, and then when we went green, there was only 22, and that was what a full tank was. So that was kind of tough, but it's all good.
At least everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, everybody still followed the rule, so it was good.
Well, that's good. Yeah, y'all put on a heck of a show out there, and we had a lot of people come through and watch us too, so I'm excited to see how many actually came through and saw what was going on. Got up to 164 live comments, so that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Must have had Burntwood on there then.
I don't know if they stopped by or not. But that'll be all for us from here at Auto Club, as Dan the Man able to get the job done in that 34, taking stage 1 as well. Hollywood taking stage 2. And that'll lock in 4 guys for the playoffs, as next week we'll go to Bristol in the Cup. And make sure you stick around and try to catch that video on Martinsville. Ruthless Racing takes on Martinsville Speedway. So we're really going to be there for that cutoff race and try to put a little vlog out there for everybody. But without further ado, this is B News Stu on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. As always, thanks to Skew Car for always putting us out there. We'll catch you next time. Have a wonderful weekend.